Welcome to a new video from Christine Climbs. In my last video I showed you how I climbed all of the V3s at my gym, but today's video is going to be about the complete opposite. Me not being able to send anything at all. My goal for this boulder session was to work on some of my current problems, which all are graded from V4 to V5. And I hope you will enjoy watching me struggle and fall a lot. The first boulder from my practice today was this black V4 problem. It's on a really overhanging wall, so it takes a lot of power to complete it. The boulder has been my project for some weeks now. The start is going pretty smooth at this time. I have the movements memorized, but I haven't actually tried the crooks because it's not easy to get there without actually passing the crooks. This session I was trying to solve the crooks a little bit more statical than I have tried before, but I think I have to go back to my previous plan, dynamic with a swing. Today I did two things different than before. First, I tried to use the hold on the left side of the volume as a toe hook, but I was a little too short to reach it and get anything out of it. The second thing was that I tried to use the volume as a hold to push myself up from there. That was not a success. The second boulder I worked on is this pink one, graded V4. At this point I'm often able to send V4s, so it should be within my reach. It is new, they set it the last time I was climbing, and I tried it a couple of times, but I didn't make it past the crooks. That was my goal for today, to work on the crooks and hopefully pass it. Until the crooks it is heavy but not impossible. And the crux is to get around the corner, and it's a long move for me. I tried just to climb the crux to see if I actually have the reach to catch it, which I do, and I didn't want to waste any more powers because the end seems pretty heavy, so I just jumped down to try it from the beginning. This wall is also an overhanging wall, and it drains a lot of power, so when I finally was able to reach the crooks and hang on to it, I got in some serious trouble. I am terrible when it comes to route reading. Often I don't even try to plan out my moves, I just jump right into it and explore as I go. And in this case, the lack of route reading skills made me waste so much energy just fooling around. So there was no power left to do the last two moves and to be able to complete the boulder. The next boulder I worked on was this red thing. It has a kind of start that I really want to be able to do, but I'm so far away at this point. It's graded V5, so it's not within my reach at this point. But my goal for 2023 is actually to be able to send some V5 boulders, so why not work on it? The start has some coordination moves, and it also acquires use of toe hook. Toe hooks are one of my biggest weaknesses when it comes to climbing, so I thought this was a golden opportunity to work specifically on that. I figured out that I felt more in control in the toe hook position if I tried to place my foot a little bit further up at the hold, and during all of these attempts I got a little bit closer to be able to maintain in control at the start move. But it's still very far away from being able to continue to the next hold. The fourth boulder I tried today was this one with black holes, graded V4. I have been trying it a couple of times before, but I have never been able to do the start move. During this session, I actually managed to do the start, so that was a big victory for me. The beginning of this problem is very overhanging and it makes it super hard and tricky. I have learned that I need to be as close to the wall as possible, so I get the most out of my reach. I also need to point the knee and make a little momentum or swing. When I finally was able to reach the next hold, and when I was trying to move from there, I was rushing and I didn't aim good enough, and I fell down with a big boom. The rest of this boulder is also super hard, so I guess it will take some time to be able to connect all the sequences together. As I mentioned earlier, my goal for this year is to complete some V5 boulders, and this one is a V5 boulder. I have been working on it for around 3 to 4 weeks now, and since I'm a pretty new climber, it's very hard for my fingers. It is super crimpy with tiny holds, so when I'm practicing this boulder, I only give myself 1 or 2 attempts maximum. This is actually the farthest I have ever gone on this problem, but my foot starts to slip and I eventually fall down. I didn't want to try it anymore because I really don't want to get any finger injuries, but I am super happy that I'm only 1 move away from completing my first V5 boulder. I don't know if I will be able to finish it anytime because I'll guess they will probably take it down. It's been here for quite a while. But I think I understood why my foot started to slip and what I have to do different to make it the next time. The last boulder I tried is this one with the running start, graded V4. I asked Andre, who works at the climbing gym, to help me figure the start out. And he told me that it's smart to break the boulder down to smaller sequences. So first, try to include the 2 volumes, then include the third by tapping it with the foot, and then it's possible to try to stand up and then try to reach the big blue balls. This boulder was kind of a bonus because it's brand new and I couldn't not try it. When I'm working with this kind of problems, I often lose my self-control and I try way too many times. I think I tried this start around 30 times at least, and I had so much pain in my lower back the following days. I just get so carried away that I completely lose all of my brain functions. I have so much fun practicing these running starts, even though I'm not that good at them. But it kind of takes me back to the time I was a long distance runner and I ran till I was totally burned out. Maybe you can see it from the look on my face and that this was a really hard session, especially when I finished with 10 minutes of running start practice. But I really had a good time this Saturday. Almost empty gym, nice people, a lot of cool projects. Even though I didn't finish any of my projects, I actually got a lot closer on some of them. And I guess my power has improved.